Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Saturday, the 4th of December. It's 49 degrees and pouring down rain out here at the moment. So it's the first time I've used this Hero 5 session in quite a while. Well, I was hoping to do a little bit of hands-free stuff here. The image stabilization is going to be bad, so I apologize for that in advance. This is the camera I used to put the heated grips on my red Street Glide Special, the 2017 Milwaukee 8. That was about 5 years ago now. So anyway, here we go. Let's put some grips on old FLiRTy. Okay, first steps is, because there's no wiring on the throttle side other than plugging the grip in to the end here, you're going to need a T25, a T27, and a 9/64 Allen. T25's going to take the switch housings loose. You don't have to worry about losing the screws on these things because they're kind of threaded in. You'd have to thread them out of the back half here. I'll show you in a second what I mean. All metal, which is very nice. See, they're threaded in. They won't come out. Yeah, they're good and tight. I like it. This is the T27. That should give me enough room. There we are. And because these grips are not timed, I don't have to align a mark on it. If you look, there's little holes in the side. It's like a little round end, but there's little holes in the side that a screwdriver will fit right in there too, and just lightly tug on them, and it pops that little cap out. Save that because that has an O-ring on it. If you were to ever take the grips off, that keeps moisture and condensation from getting into the little plug-ins. And you'll notice them plug-ins are offset. If you look closely at your switch, you'll see that they're offset. And you gotta remember that when you're going back in. I kind of get an idea of where this is gonna roll around and end up plugging in. So I gonna slide the grip in with that in mind. And then you just find the groove where it'll fall in. Come on, there it goes. Yeah, ideally you should be taking this all the way off. So how's that gonna line up? That's gonna line up perfectly. So what I'll do is snug, you know what I didn't do? Always take a marker and run down the seam. Just run right down the seam and touch your bar with it. And it'll put it in the exact same spot. So let me snug this up, and I'll align this, and we'll come back and plug that switch in. So where this 9/64 Allen comes in handy is you're going to have to tug this all in here, and one of the little clips you can see are straight up and down. So I know when them clips are straight up and down, I'm close to where where I need to be. So what this thing has is an Allen. I can't see in there. There's an Allen hole in the end of the little switch. So you find your little holes in here. I think that's it right there. I need to get a flashlight. I'll be right back. With the use of a flashlight, I was able to get that to line up. So I want to tuck those, make sure they're not going to catch in this cap. When I pop it in, and it clips in. It's got two little clips, so once you line it up, it clips in, and you got the little cap that pops in on the end. There we are. There we are. There's a heated throttle grip. So the procedure's pretty much the same, except for you don't just pop the grip back on. The grip has its own wires. You have to take this, the little module or the little mode button switch off. Don't lose it, because you need to click that back on. You will break that thing off if you don't take it off when you're trying to peel all this apart. So I'll have to take the clutch side off. Nice thing is there's no hydraulics. I can just let it lay wherever, as long as it don't hit nothing. Like bang the fender down there or something. I don't have to worry about getting air into the master cylinder, the clutch master cylinder, because it's a cable. Alright, so I won't go through the boring stuff of unbolting this. I'll come back when we're pulling stuff through. So there's one thing you need to take note of. Your heated clutch side, you see how it's thicker on one half than it is the other? That's because when this goes back on, it's going to lock itself within the switch housing. The stock grip does not do that. They glue the stock grip on. So sometimes you can get lucky and twist this thing off by hand, but this will split in half. It actually has a hinge back there on it. I'm pretty sure this is where I grab it to release it. Yeah. So you can spin this out of the way. Just let that hang out of the way there. And if you're really lucky, you can break the glue. You usually have to stick something down there, use compressed air, and blow it off of there. Oh, this one's going to come out. Possibly. No. So I'll take a long scribers or a long skinny screwdriver and just kind of work my way in there and break that glue loose down here. Don't worry, you can re-glue this grip on should you change your mind later and not want them. Oh, I think I got it to break free right there. There she went. That's it. You'll notice it does not have that same groove in it. See that? So my method of running the wires through may be a little or a lot different than most. So what I do is I'll run, usually the smallest, which is the throttle. I'll run the throttle and make it pop out where the switch cluster goes, and then I'll tap in to that one, and I'll run it along with this too, and I'll stagger these things. So you remember the grips, they got to go down the middle, and this has to come in the side, but you want them all to end up coming out the hole in the bar. So what I do, these are connected to my pull cord. I come out, I attach the switch wire to it, I back this back in until you get everything facing forward, and it's going to pull all three wires out. Now your throttle wires need to be the same length, or the heated grip on the clutch side. The throttle had anything to do with anything when they get to the end, but they'll start peeling out and you just untape stuff as it goes along. So I don't know if I can show you this or not. So I backed it in so that it all falls. It's an elongated hole, so it all falls in. So now this is gonna, not flipped over, and it's gonna continue its natural route. So we're gonna pull switch wires and grip wires all at once, but you gotta kind of help feed them both as you're going along. If you get any rough spots, don't pull too hard, because you'll disconnect your deal. So you'll see I'm pulling switch cluster and grip wires at the same time. Nice big hole in this thing. I like it. Took me a while to find my my little leader cord, because I have that little, it's like a fishing weight that I just let it roll down wherever, and then this works almost like a plunger. And I just take air and it just and it pushes that weight through. Anyway, let me get these fed through right quick. And as you see, they'll all end up coming out, because this is a little base that kind of holds the wires to go into the switch and stuff. And I don't know if you can see that little piece in the middle, that slides inside the bar, keeps everything stable. But everything's out before they're in their place. You know, the grip's got to go further. And then I always leave little tags on my tape so I can untape it. It's nothing worse than trying to find where your tape started. All I'm gonna do from here is just, because I gotta even out these two wires. You can see one's definitely shorter than the other because I stagger them. You don't want to put the couplers together, it makes it harder to go down the bar. So the wires are out of length, so I'll sit here and feed them both and ease that thing in there, because ultimately this is gonna almost face me, the little trigger to tell you where the switch is, what position it's in. It's off now, obviously. Alright, okay, as I'm going back together now, remember, one half of the grip locks into the switch cluster, then the other half, you can actually see a little line right there. The other half is in this outer metal case, the switch housing, and that holds that grip. And then once everything's bolted together, it's super tight. There we are. We have heated grips installed. We just don't have them wired, but we have them installed. Very nice. She's got her nice controls up there. She'll be able to see them easy and click them around where she needs them. Now we just gotta wire all this back. And then these will get added. There's your throttle side, which is sitting right here. And then it's waiting to accept the power side, which is what all this is going to be about. So that's the next step. I want to get these down and out of the way so that they're at least sitting down here. And I can even put the cover and stuff back on there at that point. I probably won't, just for ease of getting into places, but that's all it is to wiring them. It's no big deal getting them in there. Just when you're pulling them through here, the only thing's tricky, you have some of these fancy bars that gets a little trickier, but you just you just take your time. It'll work its way through. All right, on to the wiring. So I got the one that went in the fuse box for older model Harleys. I think literally pre-Project Rushmore. And this is going to be my jumper. And this is using those self-soldering connections that I got the other day. There's the 12 volt permanent, always 12 volts. That's what the jumper is going, the jumper and the fuse is for. And here's my keyed hot, going to hot. My ground, going to ground. Just a second, I'll show you how this is all going to lay in here. It is perfect. You're going to be impressed. You're going to be shocked. So here we are. Everything's all tucked. You wouldn't even, other than seeing that black and red wire right there, you wouldn't even know it had heated grips even installed. And the wires are running through nice and clean. Coming into the little trough here, it's going underneath. There's the jumper from here to here, and then this is the connection to the accessory connection kit. There's those two wires I soldered. So here's where it comes up. The connection kit is zip tied right there. There's my 4-pin Deutsch. I'll just stuff that. There's a nice little hole for it right there. So I'll sit there, and you gotta remember, things are covering all this up. You're not gonna see any of this either. Here's my 12 volt hot connection. There's where the fuse goes. There's the 325 A and B connector. So that's it. I just need to put everything back together. Snap all this back together. It's holding all kinds of stuff. But get that together and get the battery in, turn the key on, and watch the heated grits get warm. I'll get the little woman out here to test them out. How about that? There it is. She's wired. It's just simply a matter of reassembling everything. I love this trough. Do you know what a godsend that would be if you ever had some kind of a harness problem? You're not having to unwind 9,000 feet of that stuff. That's really nice. Really nice. So here we go. Let's get it back together. That's really cool. Here we are. Yes, it did get darker in here. I was, by the time I'm plugging something together, I hear a snap. I think that was the end of that fluorescent light. Put it all together, crack the door open a little bit, let it run. Grips get all kinds. Oh, they're still hot. She is gonna love that. And she's gonna like that so much she's gonna want a heated seat. That's something else. That's really gonna make her happy. Cool. Glad I got that done for her. Now hopefully we'll get some nice weather. Be able to go for a ride. That'd be really cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with me while I was putting grips on old FLRTy today. Alright, I guess I'm here. I'll grab the little one. We'll do a goodbye somewhere. Cool. I'll get her out here, take a look at this as well. That's that one bang we hear every night when we get done with the ride. Must be exhaust or something settling. Once again, thanks now. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, what a drizzly old day today it was.
It was wet and yucky.
It's that soaker rain, too. It's not a hard rain, it just soaks everything.
Yeah.
Water puddling up everywhere. Perfect day to go spinning out there, tinker around in the shop.
Yeah.
Working on Mama's Hogan Dogan.
Which is nice. Can't wait.
Yeah, got FLRTy all hooked up with some grips. And that was actually kind of fun.
Very good.
Yeah, it was fun. Drug out an old camera I haven't used in 100 years. I hope that come out. The whole thing may be a bust. What's the vlog for the day? Us doing a goodbye because I can't use any of the footage.
Yeah, because it didn't work.
And I ain't undoing that Harley to redo the grips, I can tell you that.
Nope.
But they work fantastic. They get crazy hot as they do. Nice. I just whizzed her up to, oh, I didn't hook up the battery tender to it, but it's all right. But anyway, that was a fun day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I think we're going to slip on out of here.
Do a little slide out.
Yeah. Mama, while I was out there, did the whole Christmas tree, an old tree we haven't taken out in years.
Yeah.
Did the whole thing. I'm like,
it's all festive.
Dang, woman. But she loves doing that kind of stuff.
Yes, I do.
All right. I think we'll slip out on that, Mama.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Sunday or Monday.
Heck yeah, my little woman. I just sitting there looking at you in the lens here. My little dinkum doing the trees and stuff. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you then.
Appreciate you watching now.
Yes.
Bye-bye.